Yeah,
and, induce the MPs and all that. Charlie, that thing is true. Listen to this. This is from, I think it's from Newsnight.
How much money did he offer?
We did not open it to count.
Was this something that was in a bag or on an envelope?
Was in an envelope, but we did not open to count.
And
the big envelope was not open to count.
When you returned it, how did you receive the news that you're not taking his money?
Well, I wouldn't know that. We only just returned it.
Wow.
Well, did he open the envelope?
He didn't open the envelope.
So how did he know it was money?
I wonder. You just assume it's money. I'm sure he said, I have something for you. Wow.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
I see. So, hey, are they sure they all returned it? Is he speaking for himself alone?
Well, at least he spoke for himself.
His envelope, there, he returned it, but
he
not.
returned it.
We don't know if everyone or they did. They did it together, like it was everybody handed the envelope back at the same time.
That's
or
it was
what?
offered together.
Or he offered one envelope for all of them. I want to understand
it
dynamics.
should have been a fat envelope, a very fat envelope. Then.
Yeah, A1 size.
A1 envelope. Size. Wow.
Ghana is nice. Ghana is nice.
People are looking out for their own interests, I guess.
So the business team, which businessman do you think?
The one behind you. He's begging.
Sabute, which businessman was it? From your analysis. Business desk, you be Fierro's Kwawu.
Some names come to mind, but we'll keep it at that.
Is that so?
Yeah.
I don't know which names you are talking about. I have no idea. You and I were not there. Anyway.
No, it's not a laughing matter, actually.
You see, it kind of is. It's a little bit of a laughing matter. Because, look, these are majority MPs who are now revolting and saying that they don't want the finance minister to stay in office because they believe that his decisions have led us here. Which of those decisions could he have implemented without them approving in Parliament? Which of the loans we went for could we have gone for without them approving in Parliament? Today they say they don't want him there.
Well, I guess they are getting feedback from their constituents, and 2024 is getting closer.
So is it their constituents who told them to accept the president's plea that they should let the same person who led us here continue in his position until we finish the IMF negotiations?
Good question to ask.
Is it their constituents that gave them that advice? But they are returning envelopes.
I want, yeah.
Let's clap for them. The 6 a.m. news was brought to us by Total Petroleum. Total, we go the extra mile for you. Absa Bank Ghana Limited, helping you find a way to get things done. And Ghana Pay, your money, your way. Joy Business Report comes up now. There will be no mention of bribing businessmen, I doubt. It's brought to you by the kindness of Cal Bank Forward Together and Glyco Life Travel Insurance. Glyco, we cushion you for life. It's Wednesday. Tell you a bit about both of them. First of all, forget a cash because Cal Bank has got you covered. What do you need? Visa, MasterCard, GH Link, so you can pay for your stuff. You can do that. Or maybe you can just use their app. Where you get a variety of virtual shops that you can shop at with the CalBank app. Or maybe CalNet Solutions is what you need so that you can make all your regulatory payments to government via the Ghana.gov platform. It's a one-stop shop. So whatever you're doing, shopping, traveling, transferring funds, just do it with CalBank and earn great discounts of up to 20% from their partners. When you use CalBank's channels. If you want to know more, call 0800 500 500 or chat with them online. They're also on social media, on WhatsApp, and you can email customercare@calbank.net. Go to calbank.net to learn more about their discount partners. Forget it cash. Simply go digital with CalBank Forward Together. Now, listen, travel can seem safe, but things you didn't plan for could happen, and the consequences could be dire. So really what you need in your life is Glyco Life Travel Insurance so that you're covered thanks to their solid network for medical and emergency assistance, including COVID-19 treatment, personal 24-hour assistance service, replacement of lost baggage or passport or driving license or any other ID or consular documents. Glyco Travel Insurance will also give you cover for personal accident, personal liability, compensation for trip cancellation or curtailment. Losses and delays that last over 4 hours will also be covered by your insurance. Contact Glyco Life on 0302 218 500 or 020 222 2113 for a travel insurance policy that best suits your needs for an enjoyable travel in absolute peace of mind. Glyco, we cushion you for life.
Hi, good morning. Welcome to the Joy Business Report. Coming up this morning, at least 1 million more people in Ghana could fall into poverty due to climate shocks if urgent actions are not taken. We hear from the World Bank. Also, Bank of Ghana set to review single obligation limit for banks, a move expected to avert possible fuel shortage on the market. And recent improvement in the value of the Ghana cedi is expected to be sustained in the next couple of weeks, but it's uncertain where the local currency would end the year. Details coming up. My name is Daryl. Kwawu. Thanks for being with us this morning. At least 1 million more people could fall into poverty due to climate shocks if urgent actions are not taken. That's according to the World Bank's new Country Climate and Development Report for Ghana. The report also said income could reduce by up to 40% for poor households by 2050. There is more in this report.
The analysis by the World Bank calls for pursuing a development pathway that builds resilience to climate change and fosters a transition to low-carbon growth through a combination of policies and public and private investment. The report further said Ghana's economic and human development is vulnerable to climate change. On average, flooding affects around 45,000 Ghanaians every year, and half of Ghana's coastline is vulnerable to erosion and flooding as a result of sea level rise. Without prompt actions, the World Bank pointed out that the higher temperatures and heat stress will affect crop and labor productivity, whilst more erratic rainfall patterns will damage buildings and infrastructure. Again, land degradation, water insecurity, and local air pollution will also hamper human capital and productivity. Meanwhile, the World Bank said Ghana has achieved major development gains over the past 3 decades, but progress has slowed down.
Charles Smith there. Now, the recent improvement in the value of the Ghana cedi against the US dollar is expected to be sustained in the next couple of weeks. That's a view of lead researcher at GCB Capital and the currency analyst Courage Buti. However, he says it is difficult to predict the end-year rate of the local currency to the dollar. The local currency is trading at 13 cedis 40 pesos. And Mr. Buti tells Joy Business, despite the cedi's recent performance, it is difficult to predict the outlook.
I think it is still quite unpredictable because we are still not out of the woods yet. I think we are doing about 50% depreciation now, and I see the cedi ending around that level by end of year. Really, it shouldn't be significantly different from the 13.5 levels by end of year as things stand. That is for me to say that there could be some more appreciation to come in the next few weeks before stability. And so if there is a reversal in trend, I should go back to around the 13.5 level as things stand now. But I must add cautiously that, the trends and the market dynamics are still very uncertain, and it's very difficult to pinpoint a figure that this is where we are going to end.
That was Courage Buti, who is lead researcher at GCB Capital. And so, like we indicated, the cedi strengthening marginally against the dollar yesterday, going for 13 cedis 40 pesos. It's selling at 14 cedis 60 pesos to the pound, and the euro is going for 13 cedis 80 pesos. Now, the Bank of Ghana is set to review the single obligation limit for commercial banks with respect to lending to bulk oil distribution firms. It follows concerns that the current requirement could soon result in fuel shortage. Here's George Jaffe with more.
The decision to review the law that guides the lending operations of these commercial banks has already been communicated to these financial institutions at a meeting with them last month. The Bank of Ghana has assured that it has started the process that will result in this regulation being reviewed due to the current developments on the market. The law restricts commercial banks from lending more than a certain percentage of their net worth to an institution or individual. Now, due to the fact that the Ghana cedi has depreciated sharply against the US dollar, that resulted in more of their capital being used to finance the imports of these bulk oil distribution companies. This has resulted in some commercial banks cut lending to these importers because they are breaching the Bank of Ghana law on lending, and how that is also affecting their credit business and operations. Some industry players have argued that one of the major reasons driving the current hikes in fuel prices over the past 3 weeks is the sharp depreciation of the Ghana cedi against the US dollar, and what some are describing as the non-favorable credit system for buying petroleum products. This has resulted in some argue that if this limit is finally reviewed, that would definitely improve product supply and prevent what some were forecasting a fuel shortage in the country in the coming weeks.
George, I feel with that report on the commodity market this morning, crude oil selling at $95.72 a barrel. Gold gained almost $4. Open trading at $1,651 an ounce. Cocoa is trading at $2,348 a ton after inching up by $13 from yesterday's trading. Now, processors of soybeans in Ghana are warning that prices of cooking oil will continue to surge if government continues to neglect the challenges of players in the industry. According to the processors, Ghana's soybeans are all exported to India to be processed into cooking oil and soybean cake, and then the country imports those products at higher prices. Speaking to Joy Business on the current state of the industry, leading soybeans processor Yao Edupoku said Ghana is gradually losing the industry to the Indians.
And so they are investing heavily. The Indians are investing heavily in the soya industry, geared towards export, not for the local market. As to the local market, as I told you the last time, it's got moribund, is closed. So no poultry farmer relies on the local miller. They are all importers now. And what we are doing currently, the system is that we grow the soya and export. Our soya is non-GMO. We export it all to India, about 90+%. And then the Indians also export to us the milled soya, the cake, which is GMO, to Ghana for our poultry. That is what is happening.
Convener of the Rice Millers Association and a leading soybeans processor, Yao Edupoku there. Now, work is ongoing to unveil a new policy to serve as a guideline for all the digitalization programs in the country as government moves to streamline its digital operations. Minister of Communications, Esowosu Kufu, says this will be unveiled by the end of the year as work is far advanced. She believes this will be a major step in transforming the country's economy through digitalization.
Using digitalization to formalize our economy, what does it entail? Every sector has something to contribute. We can't just do it in an ad hoc manner, that you're digitizing your operations. We need to have a formalized structure within which to do it. And that is why we're developing that policy, which will guide the uptake of technology. And it's really threefold: digital skills, the technology that we use, and the processes that we use. So people, technology, and processes, all of them are going to be looked at. And then which sectors are we going to use? What kind of systems are we putting in place? The infrastructure that we're putting in place, the applications that we'll leverage on that infrastructure.
Esowosu Kufu, the Minister of Communications and Digitalization. Now, in the wake of the current economic challenges, entrepreneurs and small businesses have been urged to trade amongst themselves in order to grow their respective local economies. Head of events at ICGC Living Hope Temple Aga Odumasi in the Greater Accra region, Felicia Atemu, is therefore urging petty traders and young entrepreneurs to take advantage of this call. She was speaking to Joy Business on the sidelines of a business summit and exhibition organized by the church.
Our motivation came from Deuteronomy 28, where the Bible says you bless the works of your hands. So we decided to do this program so that others will see what the members are doing. So we made an announcement to the whole community, and then we had people from the community joining us and to make this program a success.
Felicia Etienne, with the head of events at ICGC Living Hope Temple. Now, 2 telecom engineers ditched their professions to become key doctors. The co-founders of Key Doctors and Solutions were looking for new challenges to explore, and they got one after both of them lost their keys in separate incidents. The experience got them thinking about exploring business opportunities in locksmithing, and that paid off. Here's what to expect in the Joy Business Van this afternoon.
We were both engineers. And we had been engineers since we were employed.
Yes, we were all in the network group. Actually, he was doing. Do you give this?
I was into transmission. I was building.
Okay, and I was into core networking.
Siddiq Issa and Eliklim Sanaya looking back at their days as telecom engineers. They can afford to laugh over it because today they are pursuing another profession they are more passionate about. Siddiq and Eliklim lost their keys around the same time 5 years ago. Yes, they lost their keys in separate incidents, and however bizarre that may sound, the struggle of retrieving their keys got them thinking, this could be a business we can start. What was perhaps the motivating factor for Siddiq and Eliklim was the fact that growth in their corporate jobs had stalled.
It didn't become interesting anymore. We wanted new challenges, new opportunities.
All right. Sounds interesting. Full episode at 1 p.m. right after the Joy Business Report. And on TV, the Joy Business Van airs on Business Live on the Joy News channel. That's at 5 p.m. Don't miss it. That's the Joy Business Report. Thanks for listening. It's back to Winston with more of the super